In this video, I will show you how to write the equation of a circle given a variety of information. So the first thing you need to understand is that the standard form model equation of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared, where the center is h comma k, and the radius, of course, is r. Whoops. The radius is r. Okay, so the center goes here and here. Right now, I can just look at this picture, and I can see that the center is right here. All right, so I can see that the center is the point -1, 0. The distance from the center out to the edge of the circle, that's the radius. And I can see that that is 4. So I can see that the radius is equal to 4. So looking at my model, that's going to give me, because of the -1, I'm going to have x plus 1. I think of it as just doing the opposite of whatever this is. If I see -1, I put +1. It works out though because minus -1, minus a negative is a positive. The y is, well, I shouldn't say the y, the k value is 0. So that's just going to leave y squared. All right, now here we put the radius squared. So 4 squared is 16. Okay, so that's the heart of it. Now, does the point 1, -7 lie inside, outside, or on the circle given here? Well, let's use this equation as a test. So I'm just going to recopy it. So I've got x plus 4 squared, y minus 3 squared. All right, now I'm just going to put a box here instead of an equal sign, because once I plug in a particular point, I don't actually know if it's going to equal 121 or not. If it lies on the circle, it will equal 121. But if I plug in this point and I get something less than 121, that means it's inside the circle. If I get something greater than 121, that will mean it's outside the circle. So I'm going to go ahead and substitute 1 and -7 for x and y and see what happens. So if I let x be 1, I've got 1 plus 4 squared. Y is -7, so -7 minus 3 squared. And I'm not sure how that compares to 121 yet. So that's going to be 5 squared. -7 minus 3 is -10 squared. So that's 25. -10 squared is positive 100. If you put this into a calculator, you have to use parentheses, or else it'll give you -100. But this is positive 100. And of course, this is 125. 125 is greater than 121. That means that this point lies outside the circle. All right, convert this circle equation into standard form and then find the center and the radius. The first thing we have to do is divide everything by 3. That is going to give us x squared plus y squared plus 8x minus 6y minus, no. Okay. Now I'm going to rearrange this. I need to put all the x's together and they'll put the y's together. The 24 needs to go on the other side. So notice that we have the x's here and here. All right, I'm going to rearrange those so they're side by side. I've got the y's here and here. So when I rearrange this, I'm going to have x squared plus 8x. All right, I'm going to leave a space right here. And then I'm going to have plus y squared minus 6y. I'm going to leave another space. And then I'm going to have negative 24. Sorry, that's going to actually be a positive 24 because I'm adding 24 to both sides. So this will be a positive 24. And then I'm going to need two spaces over here. All right, to match these two spaces. Okay, so next I'm going to drop down and do the binomial squared. I'm going to drop down and do this. Binomial squared. Binomial squared. So the binomial comes from half of this. So this is 8, so I'm going to have x plus 4. This is negative 6, so I'm going to have y minus 3. I just drop down by a half. And then, so I'm dropping down, and then I go back up again. All right, so I drop down, and then now I'm going back up. So what I do when I go back up is I am squaring this. I'm going to do 4 squared, and I'm going to do negative 3 squared. So 4 squared is 16. So I'm going to have plus 16. And I need to do it on both sides of the equation. That's why I put this blank over here. Negative 3 squared is positive 9. And again, I need to put that on both sides of the equation. So then I can just add all these up. All right, 24 plus 16 plus 9. This is going to be 49. Right? These three just add up to 49. So that is the standard form equation, which I'll just copy down here. So the standard form equation is x plus 4 squared plus y minus 3 squared is equal to 49. All right, so with that in mind, the center is going to be negative 4, comma 3. It's the opposite of this and the opposite of that. The radius will be 7. Of course, I got that by doing the square root of 49. All right, in the next video, I will show you how to find midpoint, length, and slope.